till I get a small drink.
I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west till the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west till the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west till the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me.
Adios. Adios.
Surrounded by Edomites, lost a lot of truth to this sheer light. Open up the book just to see it right. Reminiscing on my ancestors, all those shits who have to leave for life. Ain't never safe there. Posting enough food to put our children up in daycare. Fresh out of sleep, but we still thinking that they care. Guns in the community, children can't play there. Brothers still brainwashed, we died for that same cost. Took away our history, believing that we ain't lost. Brother, I'm an Israelite, sinners like kryptonite. Brothers won't pray, no, the rob religion shit tonight. Praises to the Most High, I ain't like most guys. Eyes on the future, but I learned from a boat ride. Tribe of Benjamin, inherited on both sides. Background to make him mistreated and I know why. Israelite, die from the Israelite, blood of the Israelites, cry from the Israelites. Going through it cause we Israelite. One Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die from the Israelite, blood of the Israelites, cry Israelite.
Shalom, Israel. We're Israelite Schools, Universal Practical Knowledge, going on the 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. Want to let you know, like we always want to let you know, that the white man is the devil the Bible speaks of. The killer, the stealer of this earth. And it's time for us to separate from him and all his ways. The reason we're in the condition that we're in right now is because we've been doing the same thing that we always been doing, and that's been following other nations. Instead of following our own laws and following our own customs, we follow the ways and the laws and the customs of the other nations. And that's why today this class is called From This Empire Unto the Kingdom. Because the only way we're going to get to the kingdom is we got to get through this empire. You understand? And this empire that we're living in is a bondage. This is, you know what I'm saying? And the only way we're going to get out of this predicament is to change our lives and go back to the way that the Lord gave us to follow and to go after, live after. Give me Revelations 18:4. Let's start with that. Let's get some understanding on how to get out of this condition. Everybody always talking about, I'm waiting on the Lord. I'm waiting on Jesus. Well, according to the Bible, the Lord waiting on us. Christ waiting on us to get right so he can have some people to come and save. Because as of right now, he ain't got nobody to come and save. He ain't got nobody but the Israelite School, Universal Practical Knowledge. Right. And everybody else that's outside, you bound to drown. Because you ain't doing what the Lord told you to do. So you got to get in the body of Christ. You understand? Read what you got.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people.
Come out of who?
Come out of her, my people.
Where we at right now, this is the whore that sits on many waters. This is the daughter of Babylon.
Right.
Does anybody know why they call this place the daughter of Babylon? Anybody? Brothers? Why is this place called the daughter of Babylon? Go ahead. Huh? It produced whores, but it's more, a little bit more serious than that.
Keep the same practices as Babylon.
They keep the exact same, give them a hand. They keep the same practices as Babylon kept. You know what I'm saying? Babylon they were worshiping all gods in Babylon. They was being homosexuals. They was living all forms of lifestyles that was not prohibited for us to live and for us to keep. So this place is the daughter of that old place that was destroyed back in the day. And it tells us to do what?
Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins.
See, this is letting you know that when it says to come out of her, it don't mean for you to leave America. See, in any other fake Israelite group, they read this and they're going to tell you, come out of her mean we need to go back to our homeland. Come out of her mean you need to go back to Jerusalem. But what did the Bible say? Come out and do what?
Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
Did you hear that? What you need to come out of is the lifestyle that you picked up here in this empire. Every time we got into bondage, we picked up the lifestyles of the people that that were over us. And the first thing that we need to understand is Adam and Eve. Let's go back to the beginning. What did Adam have on the earth? Dominion over what? Over everything on the earth. This is what you gotta understand. Adam had rulership of the earth. What did he lose? Rulership of the earth. So us being children of Adam, what are we trying to get back? Rulership of the earth.
Get that brother a hand.
You understand? That's the first thing you gotta understand. This fight that we fighting right now in life is so that we can have rulership again. We want to be in charge again. You understand? And you're not gonna be in charge by living life like a peasant. You living your life as a servant lives. You understand? Give me that scripture in Ecclesiastes that said, I seen servants walking on, I seen servants riding on horses. 10 and 7? Yeah, give me that. Ecclesiastes 10 and 7. You are living your life as the servants. So while you are servants to the servant, did that go over your head? Did that make sense? You living your life like a slave, so that's why you are a slave. Read what you got.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10, verse 7. I have seen servants upon horses, and princes walking as servants upon the earth.
Do you hear that? The scripture said, he sees servants riding on horses, and who?
And princes walking as servants upon the earth.
And he sees princes walking as servants on the earth.
Verse 8.
Who are the princes that this is talking about? Give me a sister. Princes that's being spoken of in this scripture. Brothers, who are the princes?
The men of Israel.
The men of Israel. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American. The nation of Israel in the Hebrew is Yasharallah, meaning prince of the power.
Right.
We the ones that's walking on the streets as servants, and the people we supposed to be ruling over is riding on horses. Like they somebody great. Read the next verse.
Verse 8. He that diggeth a pit shall fall into it, and whosoever breaketh it, a serpent shall bite him.
You see that? They digging the pit, meaning they're setting traps for us. You understand? And we falling in those traps. We are falling into the ways of the other nation. Let's go back to Revelations. Read verse 5.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven.
What is this about? Why are we in the condition that we're in? Read it again.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven.
Why are we in the condition that we are in? Say it loud.
Because of the sin.
Because our sins. What is sin?
Transgression.
Raise your hand.
Transgression of the law.
The transgression of the law. And who was the law given to? Israel. So because you have sinned so much, it has reached the heavens. Read.
And God hath remembered her iniquities.
And the Lord have remembered your iniquities. Now keep reading.
Reward her, even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works. In the cup which she had filled, fill to her double.
Who is this talking about? Who is they talking about? Go ahead, Adam.
It's talking about America or modern day Babylon. So for everything that she's done to the children of Israel, that her cup will be filled a double portion, because this is the most wicked slavery and oppression that has ever been done in history.
Right. This is talking to the other nations.
Right.
All the other nations got to pay for what they did to us. And they got to pay double. But how are we going to make it to where they pay? What do we have to do?
By keeping the statutes, laws, and commandments.
That's right. We got to stop sinning.
Right.
Because of our sin.
The boxes are.
Because of our sin, we are being put in a predicament that we're in right now.
Yep.
So the only way, if sin got us in a predicament, then what can get us out?
Obeying the law.
Obedience. That's why I said, come out of her. When people hear come out of her, it is, we got to leave America. We got to go back to Israel. No. Separate your spirit from this place.
Right.
Stop giving your wealth and your talents, your thoughts, your mind, your body to this place. Stop giving your spirit. This book is a spiritual book. This book is about more spiritual things than it is about physical or carnal things. Because it's for us to understand.
Right.
It's not, man, Captain Hunter said something so heavy to me earlier. He said, if the kingdom of heaven was something physical, then a white man would tear it down. He tear down everything else.
Right.
If the kingdom of heaven was a physical location, he would have been invaded that location and claimed it for himself or tore it down or bombed it. The spirit, the kingdom of heaven is what? It's within us. So that means it's what? What was I just saying? It's spiritual. The kingdom of heaven is within you.
Right.
So what does that mean about the kingdom of heaven? What does that mean?
It doesn't come through observation.
Right.
You're going to have to make it the kingdom.
We're going to have to make the kingdom come.
Right.
And the first step to us making the kingdom come is to stop following the ways of the heathens.
Right.
You understand? Give me Habakkuk 2:12. Now let's get some understanding on why things are going to be the way it's going to be. In the book of Habakkuk, that's in the Old
I
Testament,
got it, sir.
chapter 2, verse 12. You got it?
Come, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood,
You see this? The Lord is about justice.
and establish a city in iniquity.
And establish a city in iniquity. How do you establish a city in iniquity? Come on now. Let's think. Think about history. Think about everything that you've heard and learned. How do you build and establish a city in iniquity? Right. The white man.
Right.
He built America on the blood of the Native Americans, on the backs of Native American Indians. He built this place on iniquity. And the Lord said destruction is coming to him because of that. That's why the Lord said, vengeance is mine. I will repay. Right? If the Lord is going to repay for the crimes that they've committed against us, then if he's telling us not to fight, what is our fight? I'm going to say this all day. I want you to understand it. What is our fight? Say it loud. The old man, the flesh, but I'm looking for something in particular. Wake up our brothers and sisters, but what is our fight that we... The flesh, spirit, yeah. I'm looking for one word. One. Sin. That's the fight. You are fighting your flesh. You're fighting the old man. What does the flesh and the old man want to do?
Sin.
Sin. He want to do everything the Lord say not to do. Because that's what's comfortable. That's what he's been doing. Think about it. Think about your flesh and your spirit like actual people. Your flesh 30 years old. Truth, you 6 months old. Say you've been in truth just 6 months. You are 6 months old in the spirit. But in the flesh, you 30. A 6-month-old fighting against a 30-year-old, who gonna win? 30-year-old. Why? He's stronger, more experienced, everything. He got the upper hand on everything. So you are fighting really an uphill battle. Because you are fighting against something that is that has more experience and more strength than you have. So your enemy is fighting who you used to be. You know what I'm saying? If you stop fighting who you used to be, then you're going to go back into the world and do all the things that you've been doing because you're not fighting anymore. Give me that scripture that talks about the weapons of our warfare. And give me that scripture talking about putting on the whole armor.
You talking about we do not war in flesh and blood?
Yeah, give me that one and give me the whole armor of God. Put on the whole armor. Whenever you get it, somebody read it. Anybody. This is what we got to figure out. This is what we got to learn first to get out of this empire.
All right.
Hey, what you got?
This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 3. For though we walk in flesh, we do not war after the flesh.
Now, you got a question? Okay. Even though we walk in the flesh, we're not fighting against the flesh. So even though we fight, even though we live in physically, we're not fighting people physically.
Right.
That's not our battle. Read. Where you at?
1 Corinthians chapter 3,
No,
chapter 10, verse 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 3. I'm on verse 4.
Go ahead.
I'm going to start over. This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 3. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. Verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds.
How do you get strength in the Most High? How do you get mighty through God? That ain't gonna cut no Christian. Yeah, reading the word, but what does the Bible say? Read that again, huh?
This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 3. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds.
How do you get strength in God? Pulling down strongholds. What does that mean?
Fighting temptation.
Fighting temptation.
Yeah, I was going to name you like crack or desire, sexual desire, or
Fighting what you used to do.
Desires.
That's how you get strength in the Lord. You get strength in the Lord by putting away the old man. Because when you putting away the old man, you killing the old man. And you're doing what?
Getting a new man.
Making a new man, which is called being what?
Made new again. Right?
What's the Bible say?
Reborn.
Being born again. So when you become born again, you got a 30-year-old flesh that's sitting over here like, man, let's go to the club and smoke some weed. And they fighting against each other every day. So what you got to do? You got to feed this spirit enough to where he's equipped enough to fight against this grown man. That's what we're doing. That's why we're not in here singing no songs. We're not in here dancing, because we are feeding the spirit what it needs to fight. Keep reading.
Right.
Verse 5, casting down imaginations.
What's another thing you can do to get strength? Spiritually. Read it again.
Casting down imaginations.
What does that mean?
Giving up the holidays like Christmas and all that other
Think about imaginations.
crazy doctrine.
Crazy doctrines. Like thinking about stuff you wanted to do that you didn't get a chance to do that you know is wrong.
Right.
You stuff you know is wrong, but you like, man, one day I'm going to do that. You got to throw that away. You got to cast down imaginations. You thinking to yourself, man, like one day I ain't got the chance yet, but I'm going to do that. You got to cast down that imagination. Read.
And every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of God.
Against what?
Against the knowledge of God.
That's the problem. You are exalting thoughts that are against God. So you are weak spiritually. When it comes to doing the work of the Lord and understanding the Lord, you're weak. You don't know how to fight. You think fighting is going to church, clapping your hands, stomping your feet, paying your tithes at church. That's what you think. No. The way you fight is putting down weed.
Right.
That's how you really fight. You want to really fight your flesh? Put the weed down. That's fighting. Putting down pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. Putting down Christmas
Right.
is how you fight. You understand? Just think about the pull of Christmas. You go in a store, they got Christmas trees up. Halloween coming up. Every store got pumpkins and cans and ghouls and goblins. That's what you fighting. Because your kids go on it. Your family gonna ask you coming to the party. The whole earth wants you to celebrate these holidays. You gotta fight that.
Yeah, thank you. Just real quick, Halloween, when you do your research, Halloween is like the #1, financial gain for America. So all the parents, do what the children want to do, and they spend a whole lot of money doing Halloween. They think it's Christmas.
Right.
But Halloween is the #1 when they spend the most money. Man.
Halloween,
Yeah.
every holiday in America is set up to refinance America.
Right.
Think about it. Think about this. Imagine if blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans didn't celebrate no holiday. Right? Now, in January, you got New Year's, Martin Luther King Day. February, you got Valentine's Day. March, you got what? Spring break and
Sometimes.
yes. Then you got April, you got Easter. May, you got Mother's Day. June, you got Father's Day. July, you got the 4th of July. What's
You got
next?
Juneteenth.
Oh, Juneteenth. That ain't no holiday. Niggas don't even celebrate Juneteenth. What you got? August, you got what? Back to school and President's Day and
Memorial Day.
Memorial Day.
Veterans
And
Day.
September, you got what? Labor Day, Columbus Day. October, you got Halloween. November, you got Thanksgiving. December, you got Christmas. If you didn't celebrate that, they wouldn't make money. Because every month, you put money in their pockets. Every single month. This ain't got nothing to do with nothing but you spending money for this. Half of these holidays are about the demise of you and your people. You celebrating Thanksgiving Day, and this is the slaughter of your people. When they came and stole land from your people, and you eating and celebrating it. You celebrate the 4th of July, and you were in slavery. Ignorantly, because you don't know. So if you fall away from this place, fall away from their holidays, fall away from their way of life, then you will make America fall. You will make this place fall by you falling away.
Right.
That's why the scripture tells you to be ye holy. Holy means to be separate, set apart, not doing what they do. Let them do what they do, and we do what we do. Everything we supposed to do is right here written. It's in the manual. They dropped the Y on the holy day and put an I in there and made a high day. You ain't never kept a feast day. You don't know what a Passover is, a feast of trumpets. You don't know what a Day of Atonement is. Understand? And what's crazy about it is, how many of you being in the world missed the Christmas? Never missed the Christmas. So you following their beliefs and their religions to the T. You have never in your life missed a holiday in the world. But you've never in your life kept the holidays the Lord told you to follow. And nobody else. That is why you got to fall away. Because no man can serve two masters. Because he will either hate the one and love the other. And you have not shown the Lord no love. None of your life. Because you've never done what he's told you to do. The Lord is a parent. Your mama tell you to clean your room. When she get home and the room ain't clean, what she gonna do? She gonna tear you up. Why? Is it because she's just so mean? She evil? No, because you're disobedient. And you deserve a whooping. Now you look on the streets, you look at our condition, and you say, God is mean. He evil. No, nigga, you disobedient. You don't follow orders. You don't follow rules. So now you get a whooping. If you didn't get a whooping, that's when you worry about it. Because the Lord chastised who he loved. Give me that scripture. I want y'all to find that for me. You reading something for me already? Okay.
I got more on this.
I know you do. I want you to hold that. Give me the Lord chastising who he loves. I want you to see this for yourself.
It's in the Old Testament.
Because a lot of people look at it. Yeah, it's in Hebrews. Yeah. Give me that. Because a lot of people look at it like, the condition we in because God don't love us. The condition we in is because he does love us. We getting killed by the police because the Lord trying to shake us to wake up, to come back home. Yeshaya, give me the parable of the prodigal son. Find it. It's in Luke. I think Luke 17 or something like that. Find it though. You got it on y'all? Who the Lord loves, he chastens. Hebrews what?
It's Luke.
Read that. Hebrews 12.
Luke
Read
15, starting at
The book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 6. For whom the Lord loveth, he chastiseth and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth.
See? The reason we going through the condition that we going through is because the Lord loves us. Why are we killed by the police? Biblically. Read it again.
Hebrews chapter 12, verse 6. For whom the Lord loveth, he chastiseth and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth.
Why isn't white people getting shot down by the police? Because he don't love them. Why aren't Arabs getting killed by the police?
And if not,
what son is there that the father don't punish? He's going to tell you what kind of son it is. Keep reading.
verse 8. But if ye be with,
You whoop all the kids on your street. You whoop the kids in your house because they not yours. The Lord is whooping us because we are his.
Right.
Once y'all get that, once we as a nation get that through our heads, we're going to be awesome. Is it some on that?
Come.
Yeah, go ahead.
Down to 11. Verse 9. Furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which corrected us, and we gave them reverence.
So, you got a mother and a father right now that you respect and that you reverence. Read.
Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live?
Do you not want to be in subjection under the Most High and live? Because he's the one that gives you life and have it more abundantly.
Right.
So you respect your earthly mother and father more than you do the creator of all things? Pretty much. You listen to Big Mama and Granny and Daddy before you listen to what the Lord say do.
Right.
And who gonna protect you from the Lord? You gonna call your mama when the Lord get at you? Mama, the Lord, he done gave me sickness. Baby, I ain't nothing I can do.
Right.
Why don't you follow the Lord and let your mama be mad at you?
Yeah.
Right.
Why don't you follow what the Most High say and let the whole world turn against you? That is this life. You got to stand against the world and just follow the Lord. That's what we do. We ain't out here trying to get friends. We ain't out here trying to be in a social club. The scripture said that the kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed, meaning it's very small. Meaning the Christian church can't be the kingdom of heaven.
That's right.
Because the Christian church is very big. It's huge. You understand? We're not looking to be a part of the most popular group. Because the kingdom of heaven is the smallest on this earth. Go ahead.
If I could, sir. It was very interesting. Like I got into a Facebook, I guess, back and forth with my mom, right? So she's a reverend. You understand? You know, someone that teaches men.
Right.
You understand? When the scripture, you know what I'm saying, vehemently speaks against that, right? So she called, you know, my brothers in the UBK, she called them thugs, right? And I was like, if you mean that to say, you know, we're not effeminate men, thank you for the compliment. You know what I'm saying? She's like, nah, y'all just rude. And I quoted, you know, I may be rude in speech, but not in knowledge.
Right.
You understand? And she quoted, you know what I'm saying, broad is the path of destruction and narrow is the way to life. You know what I'm saying? I was like, well, you must be talking about Christianity because everybody's a Christian.
Right.
You understand? Ain't nobody, I mean, white people are Christians, KKKs are Christians, you know what I'm saying? Ku Klux Klan, they Christian, you understand? The alt-right, they Christians, you understand? They got Arab Christians, Asian Christians.
That sounds broad to me.
That sounds real broad to me. You know what I'm saying?
You're damn right. And people associate Jesus and the Lord with a big, vast majority of the people. Who did Christ go and teach to when he was on earth?
Raise your hand.
The Jews. But who? Who out of the Jews?
The poor people.
The poor people. He wasn't looking for the high dollar uppity Negroes. He was looking for the people who needed help. Just like anybody that's healthy, they don't go to the doctor because they don't feel like they need the doctor.
Right.
The people that's looking for help are the people that need help. People that's sick. The people that's going through stuff. That's who Christ was preaching to.
Right.
That's who salvation needs to be preached to. The people that's hurting, that's sick, that's going through hardship. Them the people that want to give up on life.
Right.
Them the people that need hope. The people that need faith. They need something to live for. Christ came and died to give them something to live for. Because living this life is hard. With everything we go through in life, it's a hard walk to walk. But Christ came so that you could live. And people think of it like it's spooky, like it's magical. In actuality, it's very simple. Because if you was an Israelite and you ate pork, what happened to you? You got stoned to what?
You got stoned to death.
Stoned to death. If you slept with another man's wife, what happened?
You got stoned to death.
You got stoned to death. So if you ate pork and then you was like, oh dang, my bad, I'll never do that again.
No, you
Can you change? Christ died so that you could have a chance to change. Because without that, you would just have to die. You would get stoned to death.
Does that mean you have to be perfect, sir?
That means you have to be like Christ. What was Christ?
Perfect.
Christ is perfect. So that's exactly what it means. You got to be perfect. It's not hard to do, but through Christianity and the grace teaching, grace and mercy, it makes you think that you can't be perfect because you're under grace. Grace is he died for you so that you can live. Instead of so you can have an opportunity to do what? To change. Because if he would have never gave you the opportunity to change, you would have died in your what? Sin. That's what that means.
Right.
Christians use it like dying, you know, he saved me and this and that, like it's something spooky. You would have died in your sins, meaning you would have sinned and you would have died. And you would have been casted into what? What's the Christians use?
Oh, hell.
You would have been thrown into hell. But what is hell?
Condition that you live out on earth.
It's two. Condition that you live out on earth, and what else? Say it again.
Cut off.
Go ahead.
Being cut off.
Yeah. Let me help you understand. It's very easy. Once you hear it, it'll help you understand. Hell. All right, we priests, right? We the ones that judge you when you do stuff that's wrong. Right? So imagine us being priests, and on the side of us is a big ditch. Right? Now, if you were a righteous man and you died, what would happen to you? If you die and you're a righteous man, what happens to you?
Get a burial.
You get buried. But if you're a sinner and you die, then what happens to you?
You lay on top of the ground like dog.
You get thrown into the pit.
You get thrown into the pit. So if you slept with another man's wife, we would do what to you? We would stone you, and then when your body hit the ground and you die, we would throw you into the pits of hell.
On top of the rest of the body.
We would throw you into the pit where all the sinners die, where all the sinners lay. All the sinners get thrown into hell. That's the real hell. Hell is a pit that you were thrown in that was called Sheol. That's where it comes from. I'm going to throw you into the pits of hell. Because it was just a ditch where we threw bodies of sinners. But the white man under Dante's Inferno,
Water, sir.
I'm going now.
The water, sir.
Some time, man. Water. You know what I'm saying? It's been thrown in Sheol, which is the pits of hell. That's all it is. Just, you can go ahead and explain.
The water.
No water.
So what we have been classically conditioned to believe since children, since childhood, that when you die, you either go up or down. All right? And that Satan is this red man with horns, a fork, and a long pointy tail, and he has a 3-ring circus of torment called hell. Okay? What you have been taught is Christianity. You got the ideology of what hell is. They're talking about it's 7 pits to hell. You understand? And a special pit for preachers, pastors, and the fallen angels. You understand? Like an angel of the Lord can disobey God. You understand? But the only thing they do get right is when you do die, your spirit does go back to the Father. But what happens when your spirit goes back to the Father? Raise your hand. Right. You are born back into the earth.
Right.
And you serve out yo, you know how scripture say you reap what you sow? If you reap iniquity, what you gonna get when you get back on earth? If you reap righteousness, what you gonna sow when you get back on earth? Right. You understand? It's that simple. But all of that crap, heaven and hell is right here. You don't gotta die. What Kaptas? I ain't have to die to meet the devil.
Give me Ecclesiastes 3 and 15.
You got it, sir. You got it.
No, I'm just, you damn right. Finish your point. Now go ahead.
Come. So, heaven and hell is right here on earth. We are living in the white man's heaven, and the black man is in hell. The reason why we're conditioned is because as a people, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we broke the law, statutes, and commandments. Okay? The reason why it says, like when a brother transgress against you, you're supposed to go to him and him alone. Why? Raise your hand. To gain a brother or to gain a sister, because it resides where?
And you.
In us.
Right.
Yasha Allah. You understand? So by gaining a brother, you building what?
Heaven on earth.
Right. You understand? Because the white man wants you to be up in arms against your brother.
Right.
The white man wants you to kill your brother. You understand? The white man wants you to steal from your brother. He wants you to sleep with your brother's wife. You understand?
Is predominant. Black on black crime is predominant. It's not like ours outweighs any other kind, but that's the stereotype that they push out.
And you know what? White people kill more white people than black people kill black people.
Right.
Because they do mass shootings.
Right.
Yes.
Niggas don't do mass shootings.
What was the country music?
Niggas go to, if I got a problem with you, I'm coming to shoot you.
Right.
I'm not coming to shoot you and everybody that you chilling with.
But they're involved, that's what happens. Because they're there, they get involved, and that's why it turns into that.
Right. The white man made a country concert, a heavy metal concert.
Real talk. Real talk.
Every damn thing.
Las Vegas Massacre.
And that's the spirit of the white man. Now let me get Jonah 2 and 2. Let me show you. Hold that. Let me get Jonah 2 and 2 first.
Right.
And then we're gonna show you. We're gonna show you the different hells.
Right.
Hell is a condition on earth, being in a horrible state, which we are living in right now. And hell is also the pits that you are thrown in.
Right.
Ready?
Go ahead.
This is the book of Jonah, chapter 2, verse 2. And said, I cried by reason of mine affliction unto the Lord. And he heard me.
Read verse 1 first so they can see where he at.
This is the book of Jonah 2, verse 1. Then Jonah prayed unto the Lord, his God, out of the fish's belly.
Out of who?
The fish's belly.
Now, Jonah is in a fish's belly with boo-boo and other fish and all kinds of nasty stuff that will be inside of a fish. Read.
Verse 2. And said, I cried by reason of mine affliction unto the Lord, and he heard me. Out of the belly of hell.
Out of where?
Out of the belly of hell, cried I, and thou heardest me.
And think about it from a prince state of mind. Imagine one of the Obama's daughters coming to dead end. They gonna say, this is hell. They gonna say, look, they got roaches, they got rats, they fighting out here, they shooting, people getting stabbed. How do y'all live in this condition? This is a hellish condition.
Right.
That is what hell is. Hell is being in a low state, in a low condition. Now read what you got in Ecclesiastes.
Book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 16. And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment.
Stop. Right there. Under the sun is what?
Earth.
What? Where is under the sun? Let me ask that first. He just said it. Earth. We're under the sun right now. He said, what was under the sun? The place of what?
And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment.
Now, what is heaven? It's a place of what? Yeah, no, I'm saying, according to the Christian church, you go to heaven to get what? You go to the Most High to get what? Judge. So he saw under the sun was the place of what?
Judgment.
Right. So under the sun is the place of judgment. Understand that. It's very important. What's the next part say?
That wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness. That iniquity was there.
What does that mean about under the sun? If under the sun is the place of judgment, then what is that? Heaven and what? Heaven and hell is under the sun. Heaven and hell is under the sun, which is the place of judgment. Keep reading.
Verse 17. I said in mine heart, God shall judge the righteous and the wicked. For there is a time there for every purpose and for every work.
There's a time where?
For every purpose.
No, there's a time where? It says there.
There for every purpose.
There's a time here on earth for every purpose and every work. So whatever you do, you got to pay for it. Here, where you did it at. You kill somebody, you don't get killed in this life, you're going to die, you're going to go to the Most High, you're going to get judgment from the Most High, you're going to be born again, and you're going to have to pay for what you did the last time you was here.
Right.
Because under the sun is the place of judgment.
Right.
That's what you got to understand.
Right.
You want to get out of this condition, you got to stop making bad karma for yourself. You got to stop doing stuff that'll put you in a predicament to have to come back and pay for it. That's why coming into the school is so important, because we teach you how to stop making bad karma for yourself.
Right.
We teach you how to have life and have it more abundantly. To have a better life. Go ahead.
I got a precept.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verses 44 through 45.
Right.
But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you.
Stop. Who was that talking about? Who was that talking about? It said, love your enemy.
This is what Christians like to say.
You gotta love the white man.
It said to love your enemy.
You gotta love the Arabs, the Asian man.
Who is this talking about? Talking about your brother. The one you gonna kill because he stepped on your shoe.
If I could read the.
Oh, you about to keep reading?
No, I'm saying the
Oh, go ahead.
context.
So I'm gonna read. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 1.
Come on.
Okay, it says, and seeing the multitudes, he went up into the mountains. When he was set, his disciples came unto him, and he opened his mouth and taught them, saying. So the disciples were what? Israelites.
Right. They ain't teaching either.
Come. You want to add on that, sir?
He ain't teaching everybody this.
Right.
The problem that we have always had since the Bible
Right.
is black on black, black on brown violence.
Right.
That's been our problem. Northern Kingdom versus the Southern Kingdom.
Yep.
They hate their brother more than the white man.
Niggas versus Mexicans.
Right.
You went to school in Houston? How many people went to school in Houston? Who did you used to fight with at school?
Mexicans.
Niggas and Mexicans. Mexicans.
I did.
Salaki.
I'm keeping it real.
The Northern Kingdom used to get beat up after any event that we used to have at school.
We used to set it up.
Because that's who we didn't like. We used to mess with each other, but we didn't mess with them. That's been our problem.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what needed to be fixed.
It's a lot.
That's why he said, love your enemy.
Right.
Because that's who our enemy was in school.
Like when I grew up, you understand, in my high school, we would set it up, you understand? So it'd be like,
Like the hardest dude in the school, you know what I'm saying? Like the brothers, hardest dude on the Hispanic side, you feel me?
Right.
And it was set up warfare, you understand? Like, okay, we gonna meet at the tight white after school at 3. You understand? And it be black on brown. I mean, we thought it was fun, you understand? But we looked at them as the enemy.
Now let me say this. Why we wasn't beating up the white boys at school?
Wasn't no white boys in my school.
Why we wasn't beating up the Chinese boys at school? Why we wasn't beating up no Arabs? We beating up no Chinese. We wasn't beating up nobody but the Mexicans.
Right.
I mean, the only time niggas came together was to fight Mexicans. The only time we wasn't fighting each other was when we had to fight them.
Right.
Which is each other. Go ahead.
Yeah, just real quick. That verse that the brother brought out, that Tazdak brought out, is heavy because when I deal with Esau, when I deal with the white man, and he says, well, you know, I mean, the Bible says love your enemy. What he's doing right there is identifying himself as your enemy.
Damn right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even when he come at that angle, so he busted right there. Right?
Yeah, and because he knows we are enemies.
Right, right.
Because the white man understands race.
Right.
The white man understands the same thing the grocery store understands.
Right.
The same thing the store with clothes understands. Have you ever walked into a grocery store and seen apples and oranges in the same crate? Why not? They fruit.
Go together.
They all fruit.
Right.
Why you don't put apples and oranges together? Why not? What's the problem?
You're confused.
Because they're not the same.
Or going to the zoo.
So the grocery store understands that. You walk in the studio, you walk in the zoo, you ever seen the tiger and the lion in the same cage? But they both felines.
Right.
Right.
They cats. Why they can't be in the same cage together? Because they'll kill each other. Because they're enemies.
Right.
You walk in the damn grocery store, you walk in a clothing store, you don't see pants and shirts together. You see a rack of shirts and a rack of pants. Because they're not the same. Now, black people want to come together with all the white people and everybody hold hands and sing Kumbaya, sing Negro spirit. Why does a white man need to sing Negro spirituals? Why does he need to say free at last, thank God Almighty I'm free at last? Why? He free.
Or swing low, sweet cherry.
None of that applies to him. You understand? You see how ignorant it makes you seem when you try to love everybody. Because you don't walk in a nail shop and see niggas working in there. Who works in a nail shop?
Vietnamese.
Asians, Vietnamese, Koreans. That's it. There ain't no equal opportunity. It's equal opportunity for them. Why can't we do that? Because we're slaves. And we want to be joined together with this empire. And by us doing that, we will never get the kingdom.
Right.
Because the kingdom is within who?
Us.
Us. Is it in everybody? You don't say that. The Lord didn't give them anything to build the kingdom. He gave it to us because it's within us. Because it's going to be our kingdom.
Right.
If I'm building a house across the street, then who's going to help me build a house? People from other construction companies. Only the people that work with the construction company that I paid to fix my house up. The Lord only gave you the covenant and the laws and the statutes and the commandments, and only you are going to rule the kingdom under your King Christ. Christ is a king. Just Donald Trump. What would it look like if Donald Trump was just the president of the Christians? Because that's basically what Christians think.
Right.
Christians think that Christ is going to be the king of the Christians. Does that make sense? Does it make sense if Donald Trump was the president of Christians? Would that make sense? Nobody else but the Christians. So how would it make sense that Christ only be the king over a religion? Donald Trump the president over?
Supposed to be America.
Who?
America.
Americans, the nation of Americans.
The Americans.
Right.
Is that a religion?
No.
What is that?
A nation.
That's a nation of people. Sense. It ain't even nothing to argue about. It's not even. It don't even take a biblical debate for you to understand that. That is common sense. That's why this is the Israelite school of universal and practical knowledge.
That's right.
Practical. This is not hard.
Goddamn right.
You understand?
Goddamn right.
Practical. This is not supposed to be, you know, trigonometry. This is supposed to be addition. Practical.
Yep.
Keep reading.
And it says, and pray for them that despitefully use you and persecute you. Verse 45, that ye may be children of your Father which is in heaven. For he maketh his sun rise on the evil, on the good. He sendeth rain on the just and on the unjust.
Man, you hear that? He's talking to the just of Israel and the unjust.
Right.
He punishes all of us together because we're all his what?
Children.
Children. Mama say clean the house ain't clean. What gotta happen to everybody?
Everybody good.
Everybody gotta get it. This is our house. Everybody gotta get the whooping. Because you ain't finished the job. You understand? That's what we teach them, man. We teach you practical knowledge. Let me get 2nd Ezra 6 and 9.
Come, sir.
2nd Ezra 6 and 9. And let me get let me get Amos 9 and 8. Yeshua, you got that parable for me?
Yeah, he got the prodigal son for you.
All right, we're gonna hold that. I'm gonna hold that to the end. Hold
Come,
that.
sir.
Give me Amos 9 and 8.
And you wanted 2nd Ezra 6 and 9, right?
6 and 9, con. I'm trying to make it as plain as I can make it. I'm trying to make it to where you will understand fully so you'll know salvation is not for everybody.
You said Amos what?
9 and 8. What scripture I just gave you?
You gave me
2nd Ezra, read that.
This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 6, verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world.
Stop. Who was Esau?
Right hand.
You see that? Look at the hand. You don't know that coming in the Christian church.
Right.
You ask them who was Esau, they gonna say that's Jacob, brother. They don't know that Esau still lives today.
Yeah.
They don't know that Jacob still lives today. They think that they died way thousands of years ago. They don't understand the Bible. They're not being taught by a priest.
If I could.
You may.
All right.
For the people, give me in my bag. It's a binded book. Looks like a 3-ring binder. Up, right there. There you go. It's white and back. You see it? My man. Who is Esau? What page is that? It should be on the first page. Bam! Want me to read that for you?
No sweat, sir.
I'll read it.
My Lord to my Lord.
Let me read this. This is, let me show you what it is. It say, who is Esau and Edom?
Right.
Okay.
Written by who?
Some devil named Charles A. Wiseman.
It's a white man.
Not wise.
He ain't
He
wise.
ain't wise at all.
It says the life and history of Esau. Esau was the firstborn of Isaac, and thus was the heir of the birthright derived from the direct racial lineage of Adam to Noah to Abraham. Thus was racially an Adamite.
So Adamite, that's it's like it.
Adamite is everybody.
Right.
We all come from Adam. You understand? He an Adamite. You understand? So, okay, he an Adamite.
He's also a Shemite.
So he comes from the line of Shem. He ain't a Hamite. He ain't an African. You understand? He come from the line of Shem.
And a Hebrew.
He's a Hebrew.
All Hebrew.
But blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are what?
Israelites.
Israelites. Hebrew is the language that we speak.
Right.
Because you know who else are Hebrews? Arabs. East Indians. You know what I'm saying? Moab. Ammon.
Right.
They're all Hebrews.
Right.
They all come from the line of Abraham.
That's right.
You understand?
The racial stock of the white race.
Ball game. Ball game. You understand? So Esau, by description, what was the description of Esau in the Bible? Raise your hand.
Red and hairy all over.
He was red and hairy all over. Okay. What color is white?
Wall.
And wall. Is that the color of the white man?
Hell no.
You understand? What color is he? Or it depends. I'm gonna give you an example. Hold on, watch this. Watch this. Watch this. What color is the white man when he drunk?
Beet red.
Go ahead.
Beet red.
Pink red. Okay, it's a monochromaticness to his redness.
Yeah.
If he's happy, what color is he? Raise your hand. Okay. If he's angry, what color is he? Bloodshot red. You understand? Oh, you pulling it? Can I read for you, sir? Can I read for you, sir?
Yes, you may.
The water. This is anatomy and physiology workbook for dummies. This is a series of books by the white man. Okay? This is page 115. The pink to red color of Caucasian skin is caused by hemoglobin.
Right.
The red pigment of the, because Caucasian skin contains relatively less melanin. Hemoglobin can be seen more easily through the epidermis. Oh, you got more, sir?
I do.
Okay, come on, sir. Can I read for you, sir?
You may.
No sweat.
But wait, there's more.
Wait, there's more. I think it's that one. Is that it?
That's Zondervan too.
Oh, weird.
Hey, somebody give me.
It's the Africans. I don't want that
Somebody color definition of red.
one. Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was
So understand that the white man, the reason why he calls himself white. Somebody give me the definition of white. I don't care if it's Webster, Dictionary.com. Give me the definition of white.
Okay, this is what I need for you to read for me.
Come on, sir. Where you at?
Edom.
Okay. This is the definition of Edom. Red.
What?
Red.
Red. There's no such thing as a white man. The white man today is called red. Now, no, the white man today is actually red. Now read the definition of red.
Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. Definition of red. A blood-like or a blood red color.
Right. Drop down to the 9th definition. Number 9.
Going out of McCullough. The 9th definition. The color of sin.
Wait a minute. God damn it. Hold up. Say that again.
The 9th definition of the color red in the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. The color of sin.
See, now, why does the white man say that he's white?
Who has the definition of white?
Read it.
The definition of white.
Speak out loud.
The definition of white, of the color of milk or fresh snow, due to the reflection of most wavelengths of this is visible light. The opposite of black.
The opposite of what?
The opposite of black.
Uh-huh.
A sheet of white paper colorless, unpigmented, bleached.
Hold on, it's what?
Pigmented,
Read.
bleached, neutral, snowy, milky, chalky, ivory, a clean white bandage.
A clean what?
A clean white bandage.
Keep reading.
Snowy, gray, silver, silvery, heroic.
It should get to somewhere where it says pure.
You got another definition?
Go ahead.
On the third Merriam-Webster dictionary, it says free from spot.
Speak out loud.
That's the one right there.
Speak out loud.
Merriam-Webster dictionary. Definition 3, it says free from spot or blemish, such as free from moral impurity.
Free from what?
Moral impurity.
When-
Innocent.
Innocent. Read what you say that said. Read what you got, Awayala. Red is the color of what?
The color of sin.
But white is what?
Free from spot or blemish, such as free from moral impurity.
But red is what?
The color of sin.
The white man says he's white because if he's white, he's free from any moral impurity.
Right.
But if he was the red man, he would be known as the man of sin.
Right.
And he says that we're black because black is just darkness, evil. You know what I'm saying? That's what black is always synonymous with. That is the reason that we say that he is the devil, because he's a deceiver.
Right.
And he's trying to deceive, he has deceived the world into believing he's innocent. He's killed more people than anybody on the face of this earth, and nobody sees him as a terrorist.
Man.
Nobody says that the white man is a terrorist. The white man kills every day of the year, but the Arabs are terrorists.
Right.
The white man kills every day of the year, and he's Jesus.
Right. There you go.
Now, let me let you know what the white man knows about himself.
Right.
What he knows is coming to him. Read this.
Esau, red, Edom, figures prominence like it. This is in the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary.
Right.
The last paragraph under Esau. Edom figures prominently in the prophetic scriptures as a scene of great future judgment. Seen notably in Isaiah 34:5, 6, 63 and 1. She is the only neighbor of the Israelites who has not been given any promise of mercy.
She is who?
She is the neighbor of the Israelites who was not given any promise of mercy from God.
The white man knows that they are not going to receive any mercy from God. That's a fact. That we're not even reading the Bible. This is the Zondervan Bible Dictionary written by a white man. This ain't the nigger dictionary. This is the Zondervan Bible Dictionary written by a white man.
Right.
And he had to type it in there that I will not receive any mercy from the Lord. Read.
Hebrews chapter 12, verse 16 and 17. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. Verse 17. For ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected, for he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears.
The white man knows he's not going to get any repentance, even though he cries and he weeps and he begs and kiss boots. It's nothing that he can do to get repentance.
More on that, another precept of the 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
The man of sin has to be revealed.
2 Thessalonians 2.
Who was the man of sin?
Read the color of red. Read the color of red.
Huh? The man of sin is who?
Esau.
Esau. Has to be revealed. We are revealing him right now.
Right.
What is it? What is
That's
the
what we
definition of red? Number 9.
Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. The definition of red. The 9th definition. The color of sin.
What was the description of Esau when he came out of the womb?
Red.
And what?
Hairy like a garment.
All right. What color is the white man?
Red.
And he what?
Hairy.
Hairy.
All over.
All over.
I mean, we just trying to step on it to make sure you know that he ain't no damn Arab. You know what I'm saying? Boys be trying to they be trying to save the white man. Go ahead.
Those pictures with them with tails, is that like real? Or
Yes.
It's real. Cocky still.
White people is the devil. I mean, you want to look for a tail and horns and a pitchfork.
Right, it's
That's
white man.
baby white people. You know what I'm saying?
That's where it comes from.
Yeah.
I got Amos 9 and 8 for you, sir.
You got Amos 9 and 8. Let me, we finished with that.
6 and 9, yes sir. Second Edges.
Mm-hmm.
Yes sir, we did.
Let me get that then.
All right. This is the book of
Give me
Amos.
Obadiah 1 and 15.
I'm right here too. You want that first?
Oh, this is real.
This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 15. For the day is near upon all the heathen.
Oh, the day of the Lord is near upon who?
All the heathen.
See, now let me tell you this. We getting on the white man, but you Arabs and Chinese and Japanese and East Indians, the day of the Lord is coming on you too.
That's right.
I don't think that it's just about the white man. The white man is going to be the center of attention, but all of y'all have to pay.
That's right.
Keep reading.
For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen, as thou hast done. It shall be done unto thee.
That's in the Bible. That's in the Bible. It's never happened before. It's going to happen in Christ's return. Keep reading.
Thy reward shall return upon thy own head. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been.
They shall be as though they had not been. What does that mean?
They've never been on bottom, so they're not gonna be on something.
It's like, so if I could.
No, it's going to be
If I could.
worse than that. Go ahead, Alvin.
Like it's gonna be so good for us to where, let's give an example, like our children grow up and then we try to tell them how it was. Oh, daddy, y'all be cracking jokes. There's no way it's gonna be like that. There's no way y'all live like that.
Right.
It's gonna be like we've never been in our life.
The white, nobody's going to even be able to believe that they were ever at the top.
Right.
Read it.
Let me go ahead.
In the words of Willie D, your daddy should have pulled out and your mama should have aborted you.
That's right.
That's exactly what it's going to be like.
Right.
It's going to be like they were never here. That's great. It's not a damn. That's a most high in Christ. You understand? Keep reading.
Verse 17. But upon my Mount Zion shall be deliverance.
Is everybody going to get delivered?
But upon Zion shall be deliverance. And there shall be holiness. And the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions.
You living a rough, hard life right now. But when you look at all the stuff the white man got,
We gonna be River Oaks, baby.
you just look at them and you just say, they just gathering up my stuff.
Real talk.
Everything they doing is gonna be given to us. We gonna take it. The same way they took America, we gonna take America.
Right.
I need that.
We gonna take Russia. We gonna take Germany, Turkey, Africa, Asia, China. Matter of fact, give me 2nd Ezra 16:1.
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead.
I do have a question. If you could bring this out on the latter part of class, could, like, the question I asked you when we were coming back Friday, how will it be in the kingdom? You understand? Like, will we be riding around in Benzes, Maseratis, Teslas, or where will the Lord bring us back to? If you could answer that question later on.
The Lord is going to bring us back to throwing rocks and shovels and rakes and hoes.
So would that be horse and carriage, sir?
We're going to go backwards to be rebuilt.
Right.
The scripture that comes to my mind, the first one is, beat they pruning hooks into plowshares. Pull that scripture for me, y'all. Like, the Lord, now us, I think we may be in a better condition than they will be. But we're going to study war no more. So the only pistols you're going to see is seed pistols.
Right.
Seed shooters.
Niggas is going to be shooting 9mm into the ground for cultivation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Shooting up a field of with an AK-47, shooting seeds all in the ground. Read what you got.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 2, verse 4. And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares.
All them guns and stuff they got, they're going to use those guns for plowing. They're going to beat it into plowshares. So you will see a shotgun that shoots goddamn plum seeds. You understand? Into the ground and make a plum tree.
Right.
I mean, that's just what's going to happen. While we are living lavishly.
Boys going to be driving real horsepower.
Right. Real talk. Go ahead.
I mean, we kind of made everything anyway, so it's not like we're going to go without.
We're not going to go without. We're going to be with Christ, the Most High, and the angels. We're going to be Tawar. We don't have to worry about nothing. Ever. Ever. Is that it? So, somebody holding the scripture for me?
I wouldn't do it.
A little bit more, but
I was holding Amos 9 and 8.
Okay.
But he got.
Go ahead, Mr. Amos.
You want? All right, let's wait.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord God are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will nearly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord.
Right.
You hear that?
Right.
He keeps saying that he's going to destroy everybody else's kingdom, but blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are going to be saved.
Verse 9.
Read it.
For lo, I will command, and I will sift the house of Israel,
Not the world.
the house of Israel among all the nations, like as corn is sifted in a sieve.
Do you know what sifting is? Anybody know what sifting is? Right, but how do you sift something?
The example of sift would be back in the day when they used to sit by the river and try to get the gold.
Right.
And they would get rocks and dirt in there, and they would take and they had a sifter with holes at the bottom, sort of like rice.
Right.
Like a strainer.
Right, strainer.
Right.
They kind of shaking it and shaking it, and it falls out the bottom, and the gold stays on.
Right. The Lord is going to sift us out of all these other nations. But how can he sift you if you acting and being just like them?
Right.
If you're doing what they're doing, then why would you need to be sifted? The only way you need to be sifted if you're different.
Right.
Think about, what's that, the Reaper? The Grim Reaper?
Right.
They got that blade.
It's the next verse.
Right.
What's it called? That. Sifting.
It's the next verse.
You understand?
Keep reading.
That's what sifting is.
It's literally the next verse, sir.
Go ahead.
That's not correct.
And it says, like as the corn sifted in a sieve, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. Verse 10, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword.
All the who?
All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword.
Go ahead.
Which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us.
You saying that, oh, ain't nothing gonna stop me. I'm going to heaven too.
Right.
The Lord with me too. I'm saved. I got baptized. The Lord say all the sinners of my people
are going to die.
By the sword. People think that this is a game. People think that they got all access passes because you got dipped in some water. If you are a sinner, you are going to die by the sword. That's it. I'm telling you what the Bible says. I'm not telling you what Reverend Johnson said. I'm telling you what the Bible teaches. Right. It is important to stop sinning. If you want to live, stop sinning. If you want to die, YOLO.
You only live once, baby.
Do your thing. Do your thing.
It's your thing. Do what you want to do.
But if you want to live, you're going to have to kill who you used to be.
Real talk.
You're going to have to. And you can do it. That's why Christ said, be perfect as our Father is perfect. Because Christ is the example to show you how to live righteously and perfect. He's showing you that you can do it. The white man don't want you to be perfect because he don't want you to get the kingdom. So he tell you it's impossible. Every preacher that has a mega church has to go to seminary school. Do you know who teaches seminary school?
The white man.
The white man. So everything that they're taught by people that don't understand the Bible. They are being taught by devils, deceiving many. You got a precept?
Go ahead.
Book
of 2 Corinthians, chapter 5, verse 17. Therefore, if any man be in Christ, he is a new creature. Mm-hmm. All things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new.
All things become new when you give up your old life. Give me Daniel 2:22.
Colonel McCon, sir.
And somebody else give me Revelation 5:10.
You said Daniel 5:2?
2:44.
Colonel McCon, sir.
All right.
5:10. Daniel chapter 2 verse 44 and Daniel chapter 5 verse 10.
Hey, let the student read Revelation. That young man right there.
Right here?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Read Daniel 2:44 first.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 2, verse 44.
You gotta understand. This is what's coming. Read.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 2, verse 44. And in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed.
See, the white man's king, Egypt was a great, great empire.
Right.
But it was destroyed.
But it got destroyed. Then Assyria popped up and it was beautiful. But it was destroyed. Then the Persians popped up. And they was like, this will never end. Then it was destroyed. Then Babylon, Babylon popped up on the scene. It was beautiful. And then it was destroyed. Then the Grecians popped up.
In Rome.
And the Grecians looked so mighty and strong.
Right.
They had a great army. It was destroyed. Then the Romans.
In the Arabs.
The Romans popped up, and it's like there will never be anyone to ever surpass the Romans.
Right.
And the Romans is still in rulership right now. So they have 10 horns, 10 small portions of their kingdom after Rome split.
That's right.
That rules the earth right now. To this day. And it's still going to be destroyed. But what does the Bible say?
And in the days of the kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed.
Which shall what?
Never be destroyed.
Which shall what?
Never be destroyed. And the kingdom shall not be left to other people.
goddamn point. You trying to leave the kingdom to everybody. Oh, I know. You trying to leave the kingdom you want the kingdom of heaven to be for the shrimp, for the lobster, the crab,
the pigs,
the pork. You want them to be for the white, the Arab, the Chinese, the Japanese. But the Bible just said that it will not be left to another people. There are no contradictions in the Bible. If this is in the Old Testament, that's the same thing that applies to the New Testament.
Right.
Christ is going to rule the earth forever. And it's about to tell you. Read.
It shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever.
See, before we started reading in this same chapter, it was talking about all these kingdoms of today. Because this is a prophecy. And it was talking about all the kings that are mighty and have great armies and all of that. But this kingdom was going to be set up that was going to rule forever, and it will never be destroyed.
Right.
Read it.
Verse 45. For as much as thou sawest that the stone was cut out of the mountain without hands, and that it brake in pieces the iron, the brass, the clay.
These are all the other kingdoms right here.
Right.
The silver, the gold, the great God hath made known to the king what shall come to pass hereafter, and the dream is certain, and the interpretation thereof.
You hear that? The Lord is letting them know what's going to happen. See, that's what you got to understand. The heathens know that after this kingdom is our kingdom.
That's it. Yep.
The other nations know that this is their last time being over blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
That's right.
So they trying to get all that last little hoorah out that they can get.
Yep.
Because after this, they are going to serve slavery forever, ever.
Right.
And for those, just to give you a preface, right? Who is Daniel? Huh? Raise your hand. Okay, what's so special about Daniel? Who else wrote with Daniel? It was three brothers. Who know these three brothers' names? A bad Negro, that goddamn right. Okay, so what you're reading is the latter part of a dream that Nebuchadnezzar had.
Right.
Okay, he saw a statue of a warrior, and it was broken down into, as it said in the latter part, into pieces of iron, brass, clay, silver, and gold. These were representations of great nations and kingdoms, as my Adawan brought out so eloquently. You understand? And it said the Lord is going to Hulk smash all of them. You understand? That's all I got to you.
That's exactly right. We just trying to let you know these other nations are going to be destroyed. You looking at your condition right now, like we looking at our condition right now, like, you know, it ain't gonna get no better.
It's messed up.
No, it's gonna get all the way better. You understand? But it's gonna get worse before it gets better. That's what you gotta be ready to fight. It ain't, you in a bad condition right now, but it's gonna get worse before it gets better. Because you gotta think about it like this. How many of y'all did the Day of Atonement fast? Okay, you did the Day of Atonement, right? You were hungry all day, right?
That's right.
You were ready to eat, right?
Thought you was dying.
As soon as that first drop of water touched your tongue,
Most High Christ.
what happened? It was like you were never thirsty.
That's right.
Right?
Right.
That's the same way it's going to be when we get out of this condition.
Most High Christ.
You going through all of this stuff that we going through right now, and it's like, this is the worst thing ever. As soon as we get a drop of the kingdom, we going to remember this.
But you gonna forget about it.
But we're gonna forget about it.
Right.
Because it's gonna be so glorious that you're gonna be so happy to be out. You know, you just gonna talk about this like the same way you talk about. It's just like when you working, you got a job and you broke, but then that direct deposit hit.
Bruh.
It's like,
Bruh.
It's like
I was never broke
it's like it was
again.
never broke.
Southside.
You understand? But before that direct deposit hit, everything hurt.
Nigga.
Every time you had to put some gas in the car, it's like
6
man,
on pump
dog,
6 on pump 3.
5 on pump 2.
Buy some groceries.
Can I get how much is that? Wait a minute, I got a coupon.
Pump was more
And
than
then
cash.
after you get that direct deposit, they're gonna be like, you got a coupon? Oh, don't worry about the coupon. I'm good. I don't need no coupon. But when you struggling, you like, wait a minute, wait. Coupon. This is a coupon because you are going through so much hurt and pain. It's gonna be a time to where you're gonna be giving out hurt and pain.
Right.
Right.
That helps me sleep at night. I mean, I just think about the kitchen I'm in right now, and I just be like, man, it's messed up. When I think about, I go to camp, and I just see white people just kissing my booty every week.
That's right.
It's just like, you know what? This ain't that bad. Because it's gonna be, if this is what's going on right now in hell, we getting boot kisses every week in hell, then you know what? God damn it.
If I could.
I mean, it just brings tears to my eyes. Go ahead. Give me some wine.
So,
Baba Kushar.
hey,
$1. See me on the cup.
Awanyala, if you could read Matthew chapter 5. Okay, I want you to start at verse 17. You understand? Let me know when you get there.
All right, Matthew, the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 17.
Uh-huh.
And it reads, think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets.
Who is speaking,
The
Awanyala?
words are in red, that's Yahweh Shah Mashiach.
Read.
I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 18. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law
Until what?
till all be fulfilled.
Okay, so understand, right? When you see the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge from New York to Mississippi to California to North Carolina to Texas to Chicago, get a boot kiss, read that last part till what?
Till all be fulfilled.
This is prophecy. You understand? All of this has to be fulfilled.
Right.
The scripture says in Isaiah 9:23, it says, and kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and queens shall be thy nursing mothers, because you reap what you sow.
Right.
You understand? Literally, like people like Christians ask us, how dare you have white people do to you what we did to them in slavery? But you reap what you sow, right? You understand? Like our elders, the kings, but we don't say kings. There's only one king, Yahweh Shah Mashiach.
Right.
Okay? The princes and princesses, because Yasha'Allah means prince, and princesses of the power.
Right.
You understand? Literally, you understand, nurse the white man. You understand? Our women literally breastfed their children from their teeth. That's how the white boys were able to become big and strong. You understand? Because before then, like, we were bred like pit bulls. You understand? Who's ever bred pit bulls before? Or seen breeding of pit bulls? Ron. Okay, when you breed pit bulls, right? You breed the purest, strongest pit bull with the purest, strongest what? female.
Right.
You understand? So you can't get mad that we're the strongest, fastest, smartest. You understand? Here, we are the salt of the earth.
Right.
Every black man, Hispanic, and Native American, we are the strongest of our ancestors. Because we are the ones that weren't cast over the ship. You understand? And we were bred into strength. That's why we bigger than everybody. That's why we're stronger than everybody. That's why our music is better than everybody. That's why our food tastes better than everybody. You understand? Because we were bred that way. But when you keep, what happens when you abuse a dog? You keep him in a cage. He's malnourished. You understand? You constantly beating him. You understand? What does he do? What does that dog do? No. What does he do? What does a dog eventually do? Go ahead, you raise your hand. He bites back. You understand? So we the dog of America. You understand? They raised us to be the strongest dog in the yard. They thought that we would defend the yard, and we have. In let's start backwards. In the Civil War. You understand? World War I, World War II, Vietnam War. You understand? The Persian Gulf.
Right.
You understand? You're on terror. We've been good dogs defending the yard. But when we come home, you treat us like niggas. Go ahead.
If I could, they had niggas fighting in the American Indian War too.
There you go, fighting their own people. You understand? The people that helped free them, their own people. You understand? So when the dog bites back, as is prophesied in Scripture, somebody give me Revelations 13, 9, and 10.
Book of Revelation, 13, verses 9 and 10. Verse 9, and it reads, if any man have an ear, let him hear. Verse 10, he that leadeth into captivity.
Stop. Hold on. He that leadeth into captivity what?
Shall go into captivity.
So I'm going to start like this, because everybody believes the transatlantic slave trade started first. For my brothers and officers, you understand, that should be well studied at this point, all right? Who was led into slavery first? The black man or the Hispanic man? What about this all? You rose your hand first. Okay? So everything that was done to the Hispanic and Native American was mastered to do to the black, the Benjamite, the Negro that is Judah, the Benjamite, you understand, and the Levite.
Right.
You understand? They mastered that with the Northern Kingdom.
Yep.
You understand? So how dare you fight against your brother?
Right.
How dare you look? They got your brothers in dog cages in Walmart. You understand? Read the second part.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
Who led the Northern Kingdom, Hispanics and Americans, and blacks into slavery? Raise your hand. Spaniards for the Hispanics. Who led the black people into slavery? Who? Hamites. The Hamites sold them into slavery. Who led them into slavery? Out of one?
Esau.
All right. Okay. Who mass murdered the Northern Kingdom, the Hispanics and Native Americans, and the blacks? Raise your hand. Mabatazar. Esau.
Oh, white man.
Right. So it says what goes around comes around. You reap what you sow.
Right.
So why would any black person be upset when we said the white man has to die? The Spaniards have to die. The Russians have to die. The English have to die. The Germans have to die. The French have to die. The Turkish have to die. And then after them, the Hamites have to die. The Palestinians have to die. You understand? All these people had a hand in your slavery. In your captivity. Go ahead, brother. Pull it.
That's exactly what it's saying.
I want y'all look.
The book of Psalms, chapter 83, verse 2.
That's an officer of 5,000 right there.
Lo, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
Thy friends.
Tumult.
Thy friends.
Tumult.
No. Read it again.
For lo, thine enemies.
Thy friends.
Enemies.
People that you walk hand in hand with down the streets of gold.
Enemies. Make a tumult.
Pause. What does tumult mean?
Raise your hand.
Somebody, while someone is raising their hand and giving me what they think it means, somebody give me the definition of what tumult means. La. Somebody look up tumult. Spell it out when y'all.
T-U-M-U-L-T.
Go ahead, brother.
Tumult. A loud, confused noise.
A loud what?
Confused noise.
Especially
one caused by a large mass of people.
A large mass of what?
People.
The white man.
Confusion or disorder.
Okay, what does the word devil or diablos mean? You raise your hand, sister.
Adversary, opponent.
And what? Is the next part? Deceiver and what? It's another part. False what? Of what? Of the brethren. False accuser of the brethren. You understand? So that's what a tumult is. Keep reading, y'all.
And they that hate thee have lifted up their head.
Those that love thee.
They that hate thee have lifted up their head.
Who hates the black man? It says, gather thyself, O nation, not desired. You understand? Who hates the black man? Raise your hand. All right, I'll ask a simple question. I ask this every week at camp. Who owns the liquor stores? Raise your hand.
The Arab or the Asian.
Okay. Who owns your grocery stores? Raise your hand. All right. Who owns your beauty supplies? Raise your hand. Okay. Who pays? That's in every black community. Who owns the subways?
The Arab.
Right. Who owns your grocery stores? I mean, it's not grocery stores. Your corner stores, your gas stations. Right. Right. Okay. So now read what you said one more time.
Okay. And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
So those that have prospered over you are those that hate you. Keep reading.
Verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
So Moab, who's who? Who?
Chinese man.
The water. Ammon, who is who?
Japanese man.
Ishmael, who is who?
Arab man.
Esau, who is who?
So-called white man.
Have done what?
Lifted up the head. Verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. And consulted against thy hidden ones.
Thy who?
Thy hidden ones.
Does a black man know his nationality? Does he know where he comes from? Does he know his native tongue? So that means that knowledge is what?
Hidden.
Right. Keep reading.
Verse 4. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name Israel may be no more in remembrance.
Ball game.
Get that brother in. Y'all understand that these are principal things that our people need to understand. In order to come out of her, you got to understand that The people that you try to love are actually your enemies.
Right.
That's actually fighting against you, that has actually destroyed you from knowing who you are. This is not done just, so happened to be done. This is done by design. This was on purpose. So you gotta know that when you see them and you try to be a friend, you gotta know he's not my friend. Because he knows who I really am.
Right.
And you'll be surprised. You walk in the Arabs see you walk in the store with your shield on. First thing they're gonna ask you is, are you in the gang?
Right.
You like, no, I'm an Israelite. Oh, okay. Oh, really? Yeah, nigga, I know who I am. Nigga, I ain't paying no taxi. I'm gonna give you $3 and I'm walking out the store.
Real talk.
And they be like, don't worry about it, I got it. I know you got it. Because you know who's gonna be ruling the earth real soon.
And you done robbed the rest of my people.
You didn't rob my nation for years. And you talking about 7 cents. You better leave me alone. You understand? So, who holding the scripture for me?
I'm just holding the precept.
Go ahead.
The last scripture, sir.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
You hear that? It lets you know. Go ahead.
And all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go.
You hear that? They know who we are, man. And they refused to let us go.
Right.
Give me my last scripture in Revelation. I'm going to have to do a part 2 on this because I had a whole lot of other stuff I wanted to go into. Go ahead. Give me Revelation 5 and 10. Revelation 5 and 10. Hey, somebody get the announcements ready. Go ahead.
Revelation 5 verse 10. And has made us unto our God king and priest, and we shall reign over the earth. And I behold, and I heard the voice of many angels round about the throne.
Do you hear that? It said that we gonna do what on the earth? We gonna reign on the earth. It said it made us king and priest, and we gonna reign on the earth. Now, I don't know do y'all know what reign mean? What does reign mean? Rule.
Dominate.
We're gonna rule on the earth.
Yes.
Scriptures say that when Christ get on earth, he's gonna rule with a rod of iron.
That's right.
You know what that mean? Ain't gonna be no voting.
Dang.
Ain't gonna be no going to the ballot. Have you voted? I gotta go vote.
I want Brother John to be the king.
Hey, ain't none of that happening. We got one king that's gonna be the king forever, and whatever he say is gonna go, and it is what it is.
Right.
What we trying to do is, we trying to get our seat next to him.
Right.
We trying to set up our area so we can be under Christ.
That's right.
You understand? While your Christian pastor just trying to make it to heaven, we trying to rule under Christ.
Right.
You only learn and get that spirit here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. You understand? Next week we're gonna talk more about the empire, from this empire to the kingdom, because I got a lot of other scriptures I want to go into to explain this. About how the heathens gonna build up our city.
Right.
How they gonna, you know what I'm saying, give us their riches.
Right.
How everything gonna be set up. How it's gonna be done. In what order it's gonna be done.
Right.
I wanted to break that down to y'all, but don't worry about it. We ain't gonna give it all to y'all today. We're gonna give it to y'all where y'all can handle it.
Right.
So with that, we're gonna pass the class over to the priest and officer. He outside. With that, we're gonna pass the class over to the priest and officer Tazadak.
No sweat, sir.
We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to the brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10, means a tenth in the Hebrew. Ma'ashara, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount ye would like to give, give. The upcoming holy convocations. 1 second. The next holy convocation is the Feast of High Hanukkah.
Right.
The Feast of High Hanukkah is also known as the Feast of Dedication. It is the 25th day of the 9th month by the space of 8 days. Saturday, the 1st of December, 2018. 8 days. It is the first book of Maccabees in the Apocrypha, chapter 4, verses 52-61. Remind any Akim or Akawat to check the bulletin board or talk to your head of your school for any upcoming holy convocations. If any brother wants to become a trooper into the school, to start wearing all black. Boots, shirts, pants, headband, or scarf. These are the announcements.
That Amajim, we're going to stand, we're going to face the east.
Sar.
Sar, which means sir. We're going to say the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew and in the English. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Wadash.
Wadash.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Shemka.
Shemka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Lakaka.
Lakaka.
Taba'ah.
Taba'ah.
Ratazayaka.
Ratazayaka.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Asha.
Asha.
Baratazah.
Baratazah.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Bashemayim.
Bashemayim.
Latadanawa.
Latadanawa.
Lakam.
Lakam.
Kam.
Kam.
Wayam.
Wayam.
Wasalat Wanawa.
Wasalat Wanawa.
Kabawak Yanawa.
Kabawak Yanawa.
Wasalat Wanawa.
Kabawak Yanawa.
Kabawak Yanawa.
Kabawak Yanawa.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Banasai 1.
Tabiya'ah Yanawa.
Tabiya'ah.
Banasai 1.
Banasai 1.
Above.
Above.
Aisha Yanawa.
Aisha Yanawa.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Ra.
Ra.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Laka.
Laka.
Amalakwa.
Amalakwa.
Waha'ala.
Waha'ala.
Watapa'ara.
Waha'ara.
La'awalamyam.
Wa'awalamyam.
Aman.
Aman.
In the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh, thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth. As it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day.
Our daily bread.
Our daily bread.
And forgive us.
And forgive us.
Our debts.
Our debts.
We forgive.
We forgive.
Our debtors.
Our debtors.
Lead us not.
And lead us not.
Into temptation.
Into temptation.
But deliver us.
But deliver us.
From evil.
From evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom.
The power and the glory.
The power and the glory.
Forever.
Forever.
So be it.
So be it.
Sar, who's made to turn. We're going to give him 2 courtesy salutes. Men of Israel, Bayam Shabbat, Amayim, Barak,
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah.
Yazimatah, Sar, which means turn. Men of Israel, Bayam Shabbat, Amayim, Barak,
Yahushua Hashem Yahushua.
Yazimatah, dismiss.
Turn up the. I got you.
Going on a purpose. proven in the scriptures. I got the mental, I'm sorry the victim, I'm starting the ending. Kids with PTSD,
Go ahead.
Wait. He got a secret. Stockholm